Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This time, 2 days ago, I got a new perfect clear PB, consecutive perfect clear PB, with 41 perfect clears, puts me in 40th place on the leaderboards, and I'll be doing a small analysis. So this video is going to be mainly targeted towards more intermediate players, like the 20s and 30s. And for the most part, I'm only going to be commenting on my freestyle sections, because the memorized sections is just memorization and finding solves. Occasionally I'll point out a solve I missed. But here we go. So this first, fairly simple. I got a hill and it just ended up converting to PCO. Q-based second. Dragon! This is my favorite setup, if you don't know. Oh, this setup. This is a very bad setup. It's, this is only about 90%. It was, this was weird. The best setup would have been, just normal shoe. I really should have just gone for shoe. But this is what I did, so, I'll stick with it. Oh, here. There was a better 4-piece that I have now learned since this video. This is O, Z here, S here, and J there. Weird setup, but it's better than better than PCO plus O, so I'll take it. There technically save I or J was better, but it's fine. There was a better version of anti-PCO here, with like this mound-ish shape, with a J sticking out there. That's another 3-piece I've now learned. Here, I was struggling to find a good save. I ended up getting like one of the worst saves. There is a good save here, I believe. I believe it's also a T-spin solve, so if you want to find that, go ahead. It's a fun one. Here, Cliff would have been better, but this was the second best setup, so it worked well. Just converted to Brain Dead. There was a save T here that I missed. This fifth. Apparently the best setup is to have a heart with a random Z, which is extremely weird, but I'll never forget again. Oh, I like this freestyle. So, I know I have a fifth with a J, which usually likes to box. So I ended up placing this heart over here, with plans of probably making a butter tower and a L right there. But once I had placed these two pieces, I didn't see another O, which kind of scared me. Not butter towering is sometimes awkward. So instead, I noticed this JI and thought that this could make a nice box. So I ended up placing that there instead, and it worked out really well, because then I just completed a little box here. Oh. There was a better save. I took the save T, but IOSC is better. This was an interesting spot. I was looking for a better save because I didn't think both of these T's here was going to be good, but in the stalling, I accidentally misplaced that piece, and it actually got me a better save than what I had previously seen. Here again is the same fifth I got earlier. The best freestyle, I think, is J, O, and the S there, which is weird, but I'll never forget it. But instead I just end up doing this three-piece. This was an interesting seventh. I was unsure of my boxing ability, but I didn't know the other three-piece, and so I just merged them into one. Here, I almost had really bad tunnel vision and didn't see the obvious solve, and luckily I broke that tunnel vision in time. This is a good solve to know. It's a TSD and a good save. Here, I didn't really want to commit the J yet, even though there was a solve from this cue. I should have committed the J though, because putting the J there is 100%, and I knew that. But instead, I waited a long time and then finally committed to a solve once the O appeared. Here, the best setup for this fifth, JSZ fifth, was to do sneakers, apparently. So that's another three-piece I'm going to be remembering from now on. But instead, with this, I had this crazy solve. There are multiple, well, especially from this position, there are multiple weird solves. I put the T here. This probably wasn't a good idea, but since there wasn't a Z, I knew something had to fill this. And it probably wasn't going to be the IJ, because I needed more to finish this area off. So I put the T there, knowing that the I would be able to skim something. And I eventually found this solve. Here, this is an interesting spot. This is no elf sixth, and I instantly saw this save T, where you box with these three pieces here and then two easy boxes there. Although save dupe T seventh usually isn't good, except for this goes into TTL seventh, which is actually just box and turns out to be pretty easy. This is a good seventh to know, just in general. Here there were better saves than what I took, including save T and going into LJSZ second, but I didn't find those in time, so if you want to find them, feel free. But instead I took this solve into JOSC, which is one of the worst, not the worst, but luckily I had very good pieces early, and I could do a little Q-based. For this third, I usually freestyle J third, but I don't know what was going on. I think I thought I could do a 5x5 box with these 3-5 pieces, but I really couldn't. So I was lucky to be able to dump the T here and turn it into a PCO shape, and it had a nice solve. This one's interesting. I saw these 4 pieces and immediately thought of legs, but I decided since that would end up having 2 L pieces in the queue, I didn't really like it. Turns out it would have been it still would have been really good, like 0.02% less than the optimal setup, which was not, yeah, there. Actually, was that? No, that was a different perfect clear. Never mind, scrap that. there was another PC where I should have done the heart plus O. No, heart plus S. Here though, I almost missed this. I was really looking at this solve that appears on 7th, where you use like L and O to make a heart here, and then you use S, Z, and J to make a JAWS, and that does a TSD plus I. But the Q didn't work out exactly as I envisioned it for this, and instead it still ended up working. This O here came in big clutch. It meant I still had a solve, which I barely found, as you can see through all that. Now here, I don't know if there was a better setup here. I'm checking. Oh yes, the best solve once again was box with a random S placement, which seems weird. Not random, but it's like there, I think. Which is weird, but this is probably good enough. And then it led to LSC 7th, which usually is bad, except for this early TI, so I know the small Q based for that. Although this is where it happens. I'm placing pieces, and that mishold happens. So I'm like, I think I press hold right before hard drop, and that. So yeah, that's what ended my run. I could have had 42 or beyond, but if you want to cope, this is a terrible first that I was about to go into. So yeah, either way, that was my 41 PC run. I hope you liked the analysis, and please leave any questions or comments down below. And thanks for watching.